I won't bore you as to why I was in London, but I was in the Houses of Parliament for something.
Ooh, look at you. I don't care what anyone else says. You are interesting.
Fastest half marathon I've done, and bear in mind I'm lumping around a lot of weight.
Yeah. Welcome back to the second episode of the PKS Running Club Podcast. It has been a little while since we first graced your ears, but we are back. We have both travelled the world since we recorded episode 1. Ed, great to have you back hosting. Quite frankly, couldn't find someone else. So
there was going to be something I was going to bring up because I'm pretty sure I specifically said last time that I'm not doing this again. I
don't think you specifically said that. I think you specifically said it would be good to get some other people to host.
Yes.
So I think if you're going to use the word specifically, let's use it
specifically.
Let's be very specific about how we use it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, last time I did say I think it would be good to get some other people.
Well, you did say that, but I didn't agree with it necessarily. So anyway, but we are going to have some other hosts, folks. We've got Meg lined up. We've got Tom lined up. You'll be thinking, who the heck are those guys? You'll find out, all in due course, and hopefully without such a long delay. So, Ed, where have you been? Why were you unable to record 2 weeks ago for episode 2?
I've been all over the place.
Yeah.
I was in New York for a week with 54 students.
Yeah, living the dream.
It was. Do you know what? It was amazing. It was great. It was really, really good. The students were all really well behaved. I mean, they're teenagers, so. It could go either way, but they're all really, really good. We might talk a little bit about their fitness levels, because there was a lot of walking. Yeah. So I was in New York, came back, then I was in London. I won't bore you as to why I was in London, but I was in the Houses of Parliament for something.
Ooh, look at you.
I know.
It feels like you want me to ask about that.
In a nutshell...
so you do want to talk about it? Go on then.
I've been working on a government paper.
Oh gosh, so boring.
Yeah, to do with creative technology and how
boring. Move on.
This is creative technology that we're talking about now. We're literally living it out as we speak.
Oh, okay.
Like the very fact that you have an Instagram, YouTube, it's all about how
TikTok.
You got TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I actually just got my 1,000th follower this week.
I'm gonna say well done. I don't know if that's.
I don't do
TikTok.
I don't really do TikTok. I couldn't really give a shit about it.
Okay. So anyway, it's about how creative technologies are having an impact on society, culture, and what we should be doing in education. So that paper's been published and gone to the Department of Creative. I've run out of breath there. The culture, media, and sport.
Gosh, I don't care what anyone else says. You are interesting.
Oh well. And then
there's a lot more to you, like onion layers, skin.
Okay. And then I was at another thing, but now here I am. Yeah.
Okay, so back to America then. So New York, I was in New York the week after Ed on a work trip, not with 54 students.
Sorry, is your milk okay?
Yeah, should be fine.
A bit lumpy.
Lumpy?
It'll be fine. Carry on.
It'll be all right. Just enjoy it. It's probably just cream, isn't it? It's all the goodness. Is that right?
Well, no,
Okay. Anyway, so I ran in Central Park.
So you were in New York. So I flew back on the Friday. Then we
arrived on the Saturday.
Yep.
And ran in Central Park and was just blown away by how many runners there were. So question for you as we start is, 1, did you go to Central Park? 2, did you run?
So I went to Central Park.
Yep.
We took the students through, we walked all the way through, and you are right. There are a lot of runners.
Yeah.
Did you go down to the Hudson, down in the Chelsea district?
I didn't this time. Well, we went down to Chelsea Markets, but I didn't run along the Hudson River. So last time I was there, I enjoyed running down there.
We went down there, loads of runners. Went to Central Park, loads of runners. And you do sort of see these people and you think, oh yeah, maybe I should be out running. And it was, I did find it a bit of a challenge. When I was there thinking, I need to kind of get out running really. Yeah. And then sort of got back. And after we did the last podcast, I was like, do you know what? Yeah, maybe I do need to get out running. So I went out. I went out.
How far did you go?
I didn't go out, mate.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't go out. No. No. I will do.
Really?
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I will.
I'm going to keep getting you on as a host until you actually get out for a run. How about that?
Okay, fine.
That might actually motivate you to get out and run.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah, New York was amazing. How was it for you?
It was good, tiring. I mean, I did run, and also it's just a lot of walking. So, you know, I think we did 40,000 steps one day, which is, well, Laura didn't because she didn't do the running bit, but between us, we walked just all over. So, yeah, I'm brilliant. I mean, just an amazing city.
Yeah.
And it snowed, magical.
Yeah, it snowed when we were there. What was fascinating... Well, that's a big word. What was interesting, carting around these teenagers who are 17, 18.
Yeah.
Just how some of them couldn't handle just this sheer amount of walking and any opportunity to get to sit down, they would sit down.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. They'd want to sit down. And I'm not branding the whole of this generation with the same brush, but it was quite interesting. I mean, they were broken. Some of them were. We did a good 35,000 steps one day and they were broken by the end. They're absolutely broken.
They don't call them the snowflake generation for nothing, do they?
They're not a snowflake generation. They're really not. They're great. I think they're amazing. It's just, we broke them. And
Were there any like athletes or, you know, in relative terms, were there any of the students that did have that kind of level of physical fitness that they could handle the walking? And because I mean the funny thing about walking is I think we assume that walking is tiring on the legs and the feet, but it's a whole body thing. I mean it can hurt your back, you know, if you're carrying a bit of extra weight, it really does it's hard work.
I mean, I think a lot of it is footwear, and I know you love footwear. When you're going away somewhere and you know, like, again, this is regardless of whether you're a teenager or not. If you're doing a city break and you can do a lot of walking,
good
footwear. Don't go around in Converse shoes that are falling apart.
Yeah,
like, just get proper trainers with soles or a good insole. It makes a massive difference when you think about the amount of stress and pressure that you're putting on that area of the body. You're not used to being on your feet that much. But it was. Yeah, top tips. Have good footwear in life.
Good footwear. If you're gonna, good. I mean, I think good. You know, look after your feet. Your feet will look after you.
Yeah.
There we go.
That was deep.
Very deep. Very, very deep. So you've not been running since we last got together and recorded this podcast. It's probably worth just saying actually that this isn't the most recent time that Ed and I got together to record a podcast, is it?
No.
Because we did this on Friday night.
Yep.
And Thursday night, sorry. And we recorded the whole episode, and it wasn't the best. But we got to the end of the episode, and Ed said to me, you did press record, didn't you?
Me, the media and film lecturer.
Yeah. So, no, I hadn't pressed record. So that is why we're here on a Sunday afternoon. Actually, in fairness, the lighting is a lot better because it's daylight outside. So we're working with natural light. We've had very little faffing around. So, Ed,
no one cares about this.
Yeah, no one cares.
No one cares
but anyway,
about this.
Ed, have you got some questions for us?
Well, I've got the questions you've sent to me, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Janet Holdcroft.
Yeah.
Hello, Janet.
Hi, Janet.
I ran a 1 hour 44 minute half marathon. That's crazy. Well done.
Yeah, well done, Janet.
What would be a realistic first time marathon finish time?
Ooh, okay. So there's a few different theories, but generally double your half marathon time and add 10 or 20 minutes. So I would say probably 3 3/4 hours.
Yeah, I think that's bang on. I mean, the fastest half marathon I've done, and bear in mind I'm lumping around a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Good. I think I've done a 2:03.
Yeah.
And when I did the full marathon,
yeah,
was 4:20.
Yeah.
So it's roughly it works. Yeah.
And I think it's all working on the assumption that you are at sort of the same or the equivalent fitness level of where you are at your 144. So, you know, if your fitness has decreased noticeably, then obviously it's going to be longer. But if you've, you know, done the correct training, yeah, I think, you know, sub 4, definitely definitely.
100%. Next question, because let's rattle through these.
Yeah, great.
What nutrition? So this is Ian Worsfold.
Yeah.
Ian Worsfold 7.
7.
Yeah.
That's the important bit.
Yeah. Does that mean there's 7 other Ian Worsfolds?
Arguably 6 other, but yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Split but there could be an 8.
Is this on Instagram, or is it where are these questions coming from?
These have come in from Instagram, largely, yeah.
So Ian Worsfold 7.
Yeah.
What nutrition do you use to fuel during a marathon?
Yeah.
All gels, or do you throw in some solids?
Yeah, I'm throwing out solids.
I got something to tell you about that later.
Have you? Good. Okay. To date, I've just used gels. I think actually, funnily enough, I think the thing is when you're running, I wouldn't consider myself a fast runner. So I would say
that's rubbish. You are.
Yeah. But I look at myself in comparison to like Kipchoge. So So they're fast. I'm moderately fast, I guess.
You are above average speed.
Definitely above average.
You're in the top. When you go to London, you'll take out the elite runners.
Yeah.
You're definitely in the top third.
Oh, top 1%.
All right, okay. Stay humble, everyone.
Yeah. No, but anyway, I find it hard enough trying to open energy gels. Any kind of solid.
Oh, sorry. You know, it's like a perforated. It's already a tear there. How do you struggle?
Well, you've got sweaty hands. Like it is hard. I've got a new idea for my for London. I'm going to carry one of those kind of soft flasks, and I'm going to fill with all of my gels in one go, and then I'll just as I want.
And we will get back to you in a minute, Ian.
Yeah.
What happens if you aren't disciplined with yourself?
And yeah, that's a huge risk.
Like, say you're struggling, as I did, around mile 20, 21.
Yeah.
And you go, and then you get to like that's a high risk, high reward strategy.
Risk. Well, I suppose you just have to practice that in the training.
Surely there are enough PKS Runs followers to line the route of the marathon and be
with my gear
and be your pit crew.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe we could float that idea. I think the reality is, so at Loch Ness, I had.
Have you run the Loch Ness Marathon?
Yeah,
I don't think you've mentioned it.
May not have mentioned it.
Yeah. So carry on.
2:45. I dropped a gel, so mid race, and a guy literally chased me down for about a mile to give me my gel back, which was incredibly kind. I think he could see like the greater good in like genuinely. Name another sport where somebody would go so far out of their way to help you out. I mean, that was
cycling. They have, people, a team around them.
Oh yeah, that's different. But this guy wasn't on my team. Like PKS Runs is a one-man wolf pack. Like there is no team.
Which is ironic because one-man wolf pack, wolves like hang out in packs.
Yeah,
so
I know. It's intended to be ironic.
Okay, all right.
So at the Lisbon Marathon, where I was taking a slower pace, I think I did eat a banana that they were handing out and some oranges. I know that some people like to go for like jelly babies and all of that stuff. Whatever works. I mean, and also I think, I've eaten a donut on a run before. I've eaten, I think I've even stopped and had like crisps. I mean,
weren't you saying? But isn't it? What are the cross country runners called?
Trail runners.
Trail runners, don't they like?
Oh, they have all sorts. Yeah, I mean, if you go to an ultra marathon, they'll stop off for like a jacket potato and like chili con carne. Wow. So yeah, jam sandwiches,
scones.
Oh, yeah. Lovely. I love a scone.
So when we're saying, Ian, what we're saying is just take what works for you.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. On the subject of food, Janet's back again.
Oh, Janet.
Oh. Yeah. Biggest fan.
Yeah. Number one fan.
Any food suggestions for a long run instead of gels? Biscuits, ? Jellies, ? Wait for it. Dates.
I mean, personally wouldn't advocate for dates because I think they're going to destroy your insides. Because I think they're like a diuretic, aren't they? No. They give
but then a lot of...
laxative.
Yeah, but a lot of the gels, don't they have caffeine in them as well?
Yeah, they do. I mean, yeah, for longer runs. I mean, if you're going to be running and you're not got very much storage, then obviously you're limited by what you can take. I always run with my phone. So if I am hungry, I'll stop off at a shop and just buy something like a grenade bar or a piece of fruit, packet of strawberries or something like that. If you're running with a backpack or a twat pack, as I like to call them, the twat packs are the ones that ultra runners wear that are like a vest, fuel vest. You see some park runners wearing them. They're like out for like a 1 mile run and they've got like loaded with like 700 gels and what have you.
If it works for them.
Yeah, if it works for them.
If it works for them.
Park runners, we love you. But if you've got the storage capacity, like take a jam sandwich, take a banana sandwich. I don't think you can beat a couple of slices of white bread, mashed banana and honey. Take that on a treat with you. I tell you what, I mean, it'll be squashed to heck, but you just...
I remember back in the day, when I was into my cycling.
Yeah.
It's probably during the sort of the Live Strong era.
Yeah, go Lance.
Yeah.
I still got a huge amount of respect for Lance Armstrong. I know that's an absolute...
That's a whole other separate conversation.
I know that is a separate conversation, but he's a hero to me.
I would take, is it a golden syrup cake?
Oh, yeah.
Or was it ginger cake as well?
Lyle's.
Yes, yeah. It was immense. That was good.
Absolutely delish.
Do you follow a training plan? That's from Mona Talamentes 13.
13, so there's 12 other Mona Talamentes.
Well
no.
Great name, by the way.
Yeah, great name. Yeah. Really great name. I did start with a training plan. I didn't finish it. I was doing a Ben Parks advanced training plan. Honestly, I just got bored. And if I'm really honest, if I was going to give a critique of it, it just doesn't work for me. So the paces were far too fast. The interesting thing is that I did my speed workouts for my 2:45 marathon based on 2:55 times, because that was the target. That was what I was aiming for. And it was only in the kind of 2 weeks before that I was like, oh, I feel quite a lot fitter than I thought I was, and started to sort of think, okay, well, maybe I could go for it. So his paces are crazy.
Yeah, but with training plans,
yeah,
a lot of it will depend on what you're training for.
Oh, yeah.
So if
yeah,
but let me finish, man.
Okay, sorry. Go on.
So with a training plan,
yeah,
a training plan for you to do a marathon,
yeah,
to get a certain time is going to be different for a training plan for me, because
yeah,
physiologically I'm just different, right? So surely it all depends on the individual runner.
Yeah, totally. And it all depends on what you do the remaining 23 hours of the day. How much of how much you're sleeping, what other training you do. The reality is I train in the gym 5 mornings a week, which adds in an additional 2.5 hours of exercise that isn't accounted for in my plan. So that mixes stuff up anyway.
You go to the gym 5 times a week?
Yeah, Monday to Friday.
I don't understand how you fit it all in. Because you've got 3 kids. You've got...
Sorry, I'm just trying not to crack a joke. Anyway, yeah, go on. I've got 3 kids.
You got 3 kids.
Yep.
You've got a dog.
Yeah.
You got a full-time job.
And a wife.
Well, yeah.
Well, you can't assume. I could be a single father.
That's where I was working. That was what I was working
towards.
Oh, okay,
right. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. You're cutting me off.
Sorry.
This is why I don't want to come back.
Oh.
I do want to come back.
Yeah, you do.
I just don't want to commit.
Yeah.
Why do you
think that is? Carry on.
I don't understand how you get time to
do all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
good question. Yeah.
You're one. I bet you're like one of those 5:30 people, aren't you?
Yeah.
What?
So my alarm goes off at 5:30.
Yeah. Right.
I come downstairs. I make a cup of tea. I have a bowl of Weetabix.
Right.
At 5 to 6, I leave and I run to the gym 2 miles. Okay, so that's my first 2 miles of the day done. I get to the gym at 6:15, ready for a 6:30 start. 6:15 is an essential detail because the way that our classes run, they start at station A, which is normally like the compound movements, so like deadlifts, squats, and I want to get on a bar. So at 6:15, I'm there and I get the bar so that I'm one of the first. And there are 4 of us who all turn up at 6:15 to get to the bars. There are 4 bars.
Oh my gosh.
So, and also I have fun with these guys.
This is literally like the playground at school.
Yeah.
Like at primary school, when you know break time is coming.
Oh yeah, you leg it. We used to leg it to the table tennis table
Yeah.
every single break time. So then I work out so that class starts at 6:30, work out till 7:15. Then I'm just change my shoes again, out for my run, and then I run from the gym, and I normally do between 8 and 10 miles after the gym. So then I'm generally getting home around 8:30-ish, depending on how fast I've been, maybe slightly, between 8:30 and 8:45.
Okay, this is my point.
Yeah.
Right, that's hugely impressive.
Yeah.
You are out of the house for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I've got teenage children. They don't need me. I mean, I don't, my youngest child is 15.
Yeah.
So they don't need anything from me in the morning. So
maybe they want to cuddle.
They honestly don't.
I think we should ask one.
Yeah, one of them sat in the room.
A cup of tea?
Cup of tea, nothing.
Breakfast?
I think let's move on. I think
a cooked breakfast.
Cooked breakfast, not happening. Case closed. But then I'm around for the rest of the day. So I work from home. I'm here when the kids get home from school. I occasionally have meetings in the evening. So the work I do is quite flexible and fluid in terms of like the hours that I work. So
do you think you're only able, because how old are you?
44.
So I'm 41. I'll be 42 soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My kids are 9 and 12.
Yeah.
Do you think age and stage has a massive...
Oh, huge. I couldn't do it at that age. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think...
There's my excuse.
Well, I did it at other points sometimes. So, I think I'm in a really good stage of life where the children look after themselves. They don't need me in the morning. So I make the most of that. But there are other people that are there at that time who, have got young children and they take it in turns to go, with their partner, husbands, wives. So, it's tough getting out early to go to the gym, I think. Yeah,
but I imagine a lot of it is routine.
I get up at the same time every day. I mean, it's just easy.
What time do you go to bed?
Ooh, very rarely during the week later than 9:30. Sometimes as early as 8:30.
See, that's the thing that I struggle with. I'm a real evening person.
Yeah,
I love my time in the evenings.
Yeah,
I don't know why, and I can't wait until the clocks go forward.
Yeah, and it's probably worth saying actually. I would say in the summer, I will go to bed much later and probably even get up earlier. It's just, working with the circadian rhythm. I think, when it's dark, sleep. And that's what people used to do.
Okay, right. We've got a couple more.
Yeah, go on.
And this is a good question, actually.
Are you saying the others haven't been? Or?
No, it's just because I can answer this one.
Oh, okay, right.
Darren Baldwin.
Yeah. Hi, Darren.
Yeah. Is it wise to carry painkillers during a race for any reason occurring niggles?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Well, what he's saying is it wise to carry painkillers during? Would you take painkillers like before, during?
I have taken them before. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I'm not a doctor, so speak to your doctor first. I personally wouldn't take them during. I think you're putting your body under so much stress. If you've got a niggle or something is feeling off, listen to your body. I think part of the thing is like understanding what is. I've got sore feet, and I've got like a really, I've got a stress fracture in my foot. I think if you can identify the difference between what is tiredness and exhaustion and potential injury, then if it's, arguably if it's just tiredness, then painkillers aren't going to make any difference anyway. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
I remember I used to take 1 ibuprofen or 2 before I went out, I think. But I would never take any during a run.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's,
part of it might be psychosomatic as well.
Yeah. Yeah, take a gummy drop or something.
Take a Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Yeah.
There you go, Darren. Take a Tic Tac.
Take a Tic Tac. But listen to your body, yeah?
Listen to your body.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Another conversation.
Yeah. It's Jenny from New York City. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Do you reckon it's Jenny from the block? Okay. How many marathons have you run?
3.
You run pretty fast! Exclamation mark.
Well, yes. Why, thank you. I've done 3 official marathons. Manchester, 2:59, Lisbon, 3:18, intentionally much slower, and Loch Ness. Interestingly, or I'll let you decide actually, I did actually run 7 marathons back in, I think 2015, just on my own, just as like training runs.
Were they back to back?
No. I basically did 1 a month. So I did I was going to try and do 1 every month in the year and then do a half marathon every week. I managed to do all of the half marathons. I got injured in the middle of the year and missed a month. And then I'd never got the marathons back. So up until July I did them, and just on my own. Quite boring. I did one in December actually on my own, just before like the 30th of December, and it was absolutely miserable.
Why?
Well, I didn't take any music. I didn't really take enough fuel. I hadn't really prepared for it. It was slightly spur of the moment, and just went out, and it was raining. It was just,
Okay. All right.
I didn't need to do it.
Okay. Right. Last question.
Last question.
From J. Mulholland.
Yeah.
What's the plan after London?
Have a little rest.
Was that a week for you?
Yeah, probably a week. Yeah. So have a rest. I'll still go to the gym, obviously. Let the body unwind. Obviously,
listen to your body. Yeah.
Listen to my body. Yeah. See how I get on at London. I've got Valencia booked in December for another bite of the cherry for the 240. So probably, take stock, I think. See how I get on. See how I'm feeling. And enjoy the summer to some extent. I think I'm definitely, I don't know. I think I'm enjoying going for speed, but at the same time, I kind of miss just going out and running just for shits and giggles, like just for fun.
Because see, I think that's the place that I need to get to, because I don't find running particularly fun.
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, clearly, you love it. I think the only when we think about sport, the only thing I've loved doing is rugby.
Yeah.
But the recovery just took days. The older you got, it was just you getting smashed at the weekend. Yeah. And when post London Marathon, I was just like, oh right, okay, that done that. That's great. But I don't really know what the next thing. And actually, it was Lewis Moody. I was very lucky. I got to have a sit down chat with him, like we are now. Yeah. When I was doing my London Marathon training, because he lived just down the road. And he was saying, like, what's next? Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I just got to the end of the London Marathon and went, well, I've done that. And he was like, well, you've got to spend some time thinking about what you're going to do. But the problem is I don't know what you then go and do once you've done the marathon, because it's like, for me, it was
ultra marathon.
But that's a lot of investment, time-wise.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? It isn't actually.
But my point is, once you've done the London Marathon, and my stuff has always been around fundraising. Yeah. It's always about sort of raising money.
Yeah.
But once you've done the marathon, you've asked people to pledge to the marathon. Yeah. What do you then ask them to pledge to next time? Because you got to go. It's like you have to. You got to go big. You got to go bigger, and maybe that's another conversation about the culture of trying to do extreme things when it's too much dangerous, etc. Yeah. But maybe
could you try running it next time?
Or maybe, and that is why I don't want to come back.
Yeah. But what about something just different, like one of those adventure races where they do kayaks and mountain biking and a bit of running? And
what I'd like to do is like a team thing where, say, I paddleboard for 100 miles and you would run for 50 miles. And then someone else would do something.
Why would I do less than you?
Well, running, like I'm stood on a board paddling. Running is, you want to do 100 miles?
Well, if you're going to do 100, I'll do 100.
I mean,
if you were going to be going against the current,
that's the thing. On that, I wouldn't be going against the current.
it's like running. It'd be like going on a treadmill. It's like the treadmill does all the work for you.
I mean, on the subject of challenge events, and this is the last thing I say before I go.
Yeah.
Your gym friend, Dom. I want to do a Dom versus PKS runs with his valeting business.
Yeah.
Can he valet a car? Maybe a Nissan X-Trail. Can he valet? Do you valet or valet?
Valet.
Can you valet a Nissan X-Trail, full valet, quicker than you can do a half marathon? And I'm talking proper deep clean.
Deep clean.
Yeah.
This is basically just your way to get your car cleaned for free.
And it's about getting you clicks, okay?
Yeah. There you go, folks. If you like the idea of PKS versus Dom, the valet, not the valet, because I think a valet is a car parking person.
That's someone who collects your keys.
Yeah, basically. That sounds like a nice idea.
Okay.
So, Ed, are you going to get out and run sometime? That's the serious question here.
Here's the deal.
Go on.
The next time I come back on here, I would have been for a run.
Excellent. That's a great deal. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. It has been great to have you. We will be back at some point. Ed will be back at some point, having done a run.
See you next year.
Yeah, wouldn't hold your breath. I'm going to be back very soon with a couple of other guests. So look forward to the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. You can find me on Instagram, on YouTube, and on TikTok at PKS Runs, and you can find Ed somewhere else. Probably not running. Thanks, folks.